What's up, guys? So as you guys probably know by now, I am a Geometry Dash pro, and lately I decided that I need to test my skills a little bit. So I started scrolling through the medium demons and came across a level called B, which to many is recognized as the easiest medium demon. But just because it's the easiest does not mean that it is easy. It took me an entire week to beat this level. And just so you understand the stuff that I had to go through to this level, I'm going to show you all the parts of it. So we kick off this level with, of course, the intro, which is some easy cue timings, and it's pretty forgiving. I learned it pretty quick, and by the first day, I was already doing this, like, really good. Now here's where it starts to look like a medium demon at the spider part. So at the beginning it's pretty easy until we get these 3 really hard spider timings. Now it took me a while to get used to these, but looking at it now, like, I can do this like first try. So it's pretty hard until you like practice it and get used to it and do it like thousands of times. And then at 22%, we get to the boss fight, which is like the most iconic part of this level. And so this starts off with ship, pretty easy. You just gotta learn it and you'll get the hang of it. And then you go to UFO. This one's a little bit more tricky, but most of it is like just click patterns and just getting used to it. Like I said, practice, all that stuff. And then we get to the robot part, which is a little more fast paced. And it has a little bit of like paths you need to memorize. So you can go through the coin one or you can go through the regular one. And then we have these pretty difficult jumps at the end. Nothing too like difficult. Like I said earlier, you just need to practice this. The first half of the level is substantially easier than the second half. So now we're going to get to the second half of the level, which is the ball part. This is like the second drop, the big climactic thing. And it has a lot of things you need to learn. All the orb timings and all the spam. And yeah, I really struggled on this part. And I kept dying to this evil 62% click. And I was just getting so frustrated on it. And one time I even threw my phone about it. So yeah. And then we finally get to the hardest part of the level, which is the wave. It first seems a little innocent. And then it gets to this wave maze, which is really fast paced and way harder than it looks. Has a bunch of these micro clicks, and I know you're probably thinking, oh, this guy is making this, like, over exaggerating this by crap ton. I was like, no, this wave part is evil. I've died here. If I had like a kill count, I'd probably say this was in the hundreds of how much I've died at this part. It was so bad. Oh my goodness. And then next up is this like funky little spider part where you have to like learn how to like control the spider real well. You need to be good at the spider to get this, especially those 2 orb timings at the last one. They're way harder than they look. And then to end it off, we get to the final cube, which it may seem innocent, but you have to time these 2 green orbs, get that dash orb correct. Don't hold on too late because, that will kill you, and it really sucks. Alright, it's time I stop yapping and show you this completion, so without further ado, here it is. Enjoy. Let's go! Let's go! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Finally, after 1 week! Oh. Crap, bro.